Hello, I'm Shambhavi. This is our presentation for the final project for Big Data Analytics course. Our topic is Personalized Company Research Dashboard. We are Group 46, and this team consists of me, Saravanan, and Rahul. In this project, we've tried to create a company research dashboard for stock market investors using big data principles. For a given input of company by a user, we are able to retrieve stock data from the Yahoo Finance API and relevant videos from the YouTube API. We have tried to perform basic sentiment analysis on the tweets obtained from the Twitter API. And we have built this using Django. The unique selling point or USP of our project is that it is a tool to understand prices, current market trends, and sentiment for a particular company that a user is interested in. It is unique because it presents multiple modalities of latest information from reliable sources on a single website. We believe that our project is in demand because it can be used by both new investors and seasoned investors. New investors need it because they need reliable information to understand market trends. On the other hand, seasoned investors need it for getting real-time evidence to supplement their technical research of the market. So we have done a review of the existing stock market research tools available, and this is the summary of our review. So the first type of stock market research tool is called stock screeners. These tools scan the entire stock market and show the information based on some predetermined criteria. This could be the price of a stock or the number of days where a price has been maintained. The next part is a charting software. It shows performance of a stock, index, or a fund using interactive visualizations. Generally, line and candlestick charts are very popular among stock market investors. Further, there are stock simulators. These are tools which are used to feel the trading environment, and no investment is actually needed to use them. This is generally good for beginners who want to understand the market before investing. And finally comes trading newsletters. These are curated emails and media content, and they are used to show unusual market trends and sentiment around particular companies and stocks. So for this project, we have extracted data from three sources. Firstly, for a given company name, we can retrieve the latest stock prices using Yahoo Finance API. We can query the relevant YouTube videos from YouTube Data API, and finally, the relevant tweets from Twitter API. Our project addresses the three V's of big data: volume, velocity, and variety. Volume is addressed because we are accessing large volumes of data from these sources. The stock data that we use in this project is streamed by the minute, whereas we are also querying latest relevant videos and tweets. So velocity is addressed here. And finally, we're using different types of data, that is stock market data, video metadata, and tweets. That addresses the variety component of big data. This is the system overview. So firstly, the user gives a particular input on the Django server, that is the front end. So this input can be a company name. These are the further components. We retrieve the stock details from the Yahoo Finance API. Next, we fetch YouTube videos from the YouTube API. And finally, we also retrieve relevant tweets from the Twitter API. And then we perform sentiment analysis on those tweets.
So these are some of the results that we obtained for the company stock related data from the Yahoo Finance API. So once a user selects a company stock, we try to fetch in the live data and also the data that is relevant on that particular day at 1 minute time intervals. So you can see various fields like open, high, close, volume, etc. for the company related stock information. So moving on to the results that we obtained from the YouTube search API. So our intention was to retrieve latest company and stock related videos from YouTube so that we could help the user look into the videos and get insights regarding the company stock from the YouTube videos. So initially we tried out few queries, experimenting and seeing how we were getting the results and how helpful and relevant they were. So after fixing on the query, then we made sure we extracted top video URLs for that company and its stock. And as you can see here, we are displaying the URLs that are YouTube URLs that are directly links to the YouTube videos. So yeah, these are the results that are relevant for the YouTube API part. So moving on to the stock chart visualization. So here we can see once user selects a particular company, we can try and see the company's stock related data for that particular day. Also, we can see various indicators if the stock is like going up or down with colors like red and green here. So it indicates that by that minute, if the stock has risen from its low or high. So the height visualizes like what the low point was and what the high point was, and the color is basically indicating whether it was going, it ended up from a top position to a lower position or vice versa. Also, we have windows by which we can refine by like various intervals with 10 minutes, 30 minutes, past hour, and 5 hours part of this visualization. So initially we started off our project by choosing Streamlit as our front end, since our team members were all less familiar with the front end design. We thought, okay, Streamlit would be a better choice. But once we got introduced to Django through our big data course, and also we got accustomed to it while working on it, we thought, okay, it's better to switch to Django. And here we can see the various advantages of Django. And it's a popular Python based web framework which is fast and secure and highly customizable. Though Streamlit is like easy to use and we don't require any front end experience, it's not very customizable. So it's not suitable for our application. So that's why we thought of going over with Django as our front end over Streamlit.
Coming to the sentiment analysis, tweets are especially challenging because they're short messages restricted to 140 characters in length, and people use acronyms and emoticons to express their views, which makes it even more challenging. So we started off by fine-tuning a BERT model on a static dataset called All Tweets dataset. It contained around 40,000 data points for performing sentiment analysis, and it was collected using the TweetP Python package to access Twitter API. Because the BERT model was a big model, we expected to see a latency issue. So we tried to evaluate the performance of BERT versus the TextBlock Python package in terms of the latency. So as you can see on the figure, as the input size increases, the BERT model's latency increases linearly, whereas the TextBlock is more efficient while processing. So we decided to go ahead and use TextBlob API or the Python package for our sentiment analysis in our project.
These are a few of the screenshots from the dashboard that we have created. So we can see if a user has selected a company, we see relevant stock related data for that company. We also see that there are various YouTube videos that we list as a part of the latest stock news related information from YouTube that we retrieve for. So here the videos are attached one by one, so users can watch one after the other the various videos that we have listed as a part of the data that we have received from the YouTube API. Here we can see the company related Twitter sentiment analysis. So these are few of the things that we try to show to the user, like what's the positive tweets percentage, negative tweets percentage, and what are some of the top tweets which were rated as positive, and top tweets which were actually rated as negative. So coming over to the future scope, since we think that we can make this dashboard customizable for a particular user, it's better to maintain a login information and search history. That is one direction that we thought we can take to make it more customizable. Also, since we have a unique user related information for that a particular session, we can also have various colors and fonts that are selectable by the user, so that he can do all sorts of customization for his dashboard. Along with it, we also think that we can have a portfolio manager kind of a thing, wherein he'll be able to see the various stocks that he has invested in, and what are the movements, like have they gone up in the previous week, gone down, and what's the value, and those kind of stuff, uh, relevant data. So yeah, so these are a few of the things for the literature review, and thank you.